Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, Pro Bowler Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders take on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Century Link Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Hello again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, partner, I think we can safely sum up the goal of this final week of the preseason with 3 simple words. Don't get hurt.
And make sure you follow that mantra, okay? We cannot have you hurt going into the season. But you're exactly right. Starters will play very little, if at all, in this game. A lot of guys fighting to make the roster because after this game's over, we get down to the 53-man number, and guys will be fighting like mad to be included in it.
As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be brought out by their Pro Bowl QB in his 7th year now in the Emerald City. It's Russell Wilson.
So knowing the style of offense that Seattle favored or has favored during Russell Wilson's time there, raise your hand if you thought you'd see him lead the league in touchdown passes.
My hand's down right now.
That's what I thought. He only had 21 in 2016, so we didn't see that part coming. The Seahawks missed the playoffs for the first time in Russell Wilson's tenure last season, but expect that to change going forward.
Yeah, 34 touchdown passes last year on the heels of the 21 you mentioned the season before. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On second down, Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tahir Whitehead coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught right side, Dixon. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is Harris. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. The man calling the shots in the huddle will be Derek Carr in his 5th year now out of Fresno State.
I spent plenty of time this offseason listening to people debate about whether Derek Carr is actually a top 10 quarterback in the NFL or whether he's more a middle-of-the-pack guy. If he's a top 10 quarterback in the league, then you're thinking playoffs for your team.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 34. DeAndre Washington, his first carry. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
One of the things I like to do when I'm scouting players is talk to those who knew him before. And I ended up finding out that Amari Cooper has been like a professional route runner since the time he was 6 or 7 years old. Has always taken the game seriously. Has always worked on his craft. And you see evidence of that each and every week on an NFL field. Couple that with his athletic ability. It's one good reason he's finding himself open in the NFL.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
And free safety Earl Thomas has a list of accomplishments as long as anyone's arm. But the thing I think about with him at all times, no matter what happens in front of him on the defensive end of the ball, he's back there to erase any mistakes that happen. The top guy in the league, as far as I'm concerned, in that category.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On third down, Wilson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Now here's Michael Dixon on for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Harris now to return. Fancy footwork at the 45. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to... Think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. First carry for Lynch back against his old mates. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Flushed out right. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On second down, Lynch. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
They'll come out in the pistol. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordy Nelson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And we take a look at the offense for the Seahawks.
And that means my eyes go to Doug Baldwin out on the perimeter. He plays the game so hard and with such passion, but also plays it skillfully. Only 1 drop last season on his way to another Pro Bowl season.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin, 44 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. The Broncos have taken the early lead. Case Keenum, a first-quarter touchdown pass in that one. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 27. Here's McKissick. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think a lot of people are a little bit surprised there that they ran the draw after that successful pass play previously. But the thought process had to be, maybe we can catch him rushing the passer and hit something big with the running play.
They They go play action now. Wilson. Wilson has it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. On now, Sebastian Janikowski against his former team. He's the all-time leading scorer in Raider history. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Janikowski bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And what we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it, because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The return man here, Dwayne Harris. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They start the drive with Lynch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side, but the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield, otherwise that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
They'll set up the screen to Lynch, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And they're not going to get a playoff here as time will expire on this first quarter. 7-3 the score. We'll be back to Seattle right after this.
The NFL Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
To go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things. Out. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a handoff to Richard. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. There it is. The defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And that was solid coverage there from Dante Johnson. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Manuel. It's complete to Brown, right side. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now Manuel. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Marcus Smith in there to get him for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. They're going to look to throw. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, it's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Hurry up, here we go.
Again, it's Davis. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 19.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And the Raiders have got him.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Try and start this drive in the air. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throw here out of the gun. He's going to let this one go deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Maxwell. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here we go now.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball
Still
was
second
snapped.
down.
But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Here's Davis off the play fake. And this will be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here we go now.
Davis now from the gun on 3rd down. He's got that one complete to Darbo. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not doing. He came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Hurry up, here we go. Green,
Penny, first down carry, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Coming up at reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Let's go. Green 39.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Davis. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll set up the screen with Davis. And some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Davis throwing it on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on 2nd down. Davis throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target. 3rd down here.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. Blue line.
Now Davis operating from the gun. And now another one thrown incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. E.J. Manuel and the offense heading back out onto the field. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the second quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
Well, they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Davis looking to throw it on second down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Davis now. A final shot before break. Over the middle, complete. That's Carson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend in the NFL. In our game, the starters are long gone, but still some intrigue. See guys trying to make a late roster push as we get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16.
Save! Over! Set! Blue 58! Blue 58!
They'll look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. This is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Here we go. Green 39!
They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis on the stop that time, Frosty Rucker.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go now. 319!
On 2nd down, Davis. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. Blue 90!
From the gun, Davis out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. This is brought in at the 21. A great return there of 22 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. E.J. Manuel and the offense heading back out onto the field. And we'll see if he opts for a heavier dose of running plays, because running is where they've had more success than in the passing game.
And the way they've spread it around to different people running it as well. It's not just been one principal guy who's carried the thing and moved the game forward for them. Whoever has touched it has given them good yardage. I think he's going to stay with that game plan. It takes the pressure off of him as a thrower.
And a team effort, and they're winning on the scoreboard. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, it's Richard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Throw now on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On second down, Martin. There goes Martin, first down and more. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Doug Martin taking it in from the 20, and the Raiders add on to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tavecchio to add the PAT. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Let's go! Green, turn!
Davis on first down. That's complete to Darbo. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Operating from the gun, Davis. And it is incomplete.
That would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. E.J. Manuel and the offense heading back out onto the field. The lead is theirs here in the 3rd quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible. I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
He'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. And he'll run it right through it. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's... become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Set! 3-19!
And they'll run it again with Penny. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and
Green,
long.
39! Green!
Now Davis. Off play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
First throw now for the backup Allen. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain of 32 that time.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Raiders with a lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Allen now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed.
They'll run it now at the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here's Davis on 1st and 10. That's caught by the rookie, Rashad Penny. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Davis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Davis now throwing on 1st down. A dump off for Davis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Davis into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow delivery.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Yes. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
319! 319!
Davis to throw on second down. He's going to flip that into the flat. It's complete. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
First down, Davis over the middle, and it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Davis to throw again. Wide open receiver, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there. Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. And he gets it down to the 32. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
Here's Davis looking to throw on second down. The 6. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Here we go. Green 39.
They'll try to run forward with Davis. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
To throw on second down, Davis. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And now the Seahawks face a big two-point conversion attempt.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll try and run it in, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their two-point lead. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out come the Raiders. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them use up their timeouts so the game will.
He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, Parker, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Out comes his field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
Set. Green 39.
The first down carry for Davis, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
False start, offense.
Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
Davis now to throw on second down. This will be caught inside the 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure
Here
here.
we go. Blue landed.
And the blitz does come. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a time as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So a lot rides now on the big left leg of Sebastian Janikowski. This for a 4th quarter lead. And Janikowski bangs it through. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Richard on the toss. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
This quarterback now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Being chased out left. Finding room inside the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. Man over the left side is Brown. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Lucky 56. 3-19.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney.
Here's a give to Richard. Oh, no. the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know they've become regular season. He's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're up by 1. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in every... Everything that you do, no let up, no crazy plays, and they can go home with a victory.
Let's see here if they can do all those things and hang on to this victory. Here's Davis now, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the deep... Defense is there on the handoff.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second. One. Whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
Spanish-speaking friends, bienvenidos el gauntlet. Buckle your seatbelts and prepare for landing. You are in the gauntlet mode.
Down! 180! What's up?
Dude, listen. Time to earn a free life.
That's hot! Get down! Get down! 185! What's up? There you go! 180! That's hot! There you go! You 180! Blue 80, what's up?
Take a deep breath. Put it behind you. You've still got 5 lives left.
What's up? Down! 180! What's up?
4 lives left.
180! That's up! Ready! Set 180! Hey, high! Get set! Blue 80! That's up!
So it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Ladder challenge time.
That's it! Monday, down! Blue 80! That's up! Set! Black 15! Let's go! 180!
You have gotten this far. It is time for your performance review with the boss.
What's up? Down!
3 lives
180!
left.
That's up!
My man, you're this close. Come on! 2 lives left.
What's up? Get down,
1
get down.
life
180.
left.
Blue 80, what's up?
I thought today was a lot of fun. For me, you're out of lives.